bio. This book is linked in my bio or found on Amazon, as well as everything else that I'll be using today.
If you don't know this beautiful woman, she always makes content about her coloring books, right? She shows herself how she chooses the page, the book she colors from, and then she shows the process of coloring the page, right? It's so comforting. There's something so soothing in her voice and her aura. And I've never really gone through the comments a lot, right? Most of the comments that I have seen so far are super positive. The other day she uploaded a video, and this is what I want to talk about. And in that video, she was replying to a comment. I saved the video, but I can't find it anymore, so I'm using this one as reference. And in that comment, a person asked her, and I quote, "May I ask why you never color non-black people, particularly white people?" Nobody asked, but I'm still going to give you my 2 cents on that, okay? And that question is so fucking insane, because the same people would not sit down for a single second, okay, and be like, "Hey, I think my white kid should have some diversity in their fucking children's room, right? Let me get my kids some Asian dolls, some black dolls, some dolls in traditional indigenous American or Native American regalia," right? These people would never ever bring diversity in their homes. These people would also never color. When they do a coloring book like that, if they were to do a coloring book like that, they would always use themselves as a reference, right? They would never sit down there and color a black person because there is no identification, right? So it's not even something that is of racist origin necessarily. It's just that as you are coloring a book, you mostly use yourself, your surrounding, as your inspiration, I should say, as your point of, identification, whatever the case may be. So that's completely fine, right? That's completely fine. But once it's a black woman, y'all have a problem. Y'all have a problem once it's a black woman giving representation for herself and her people. That's when you have a problem with it. None of y'all had a problem with seven, I don't fucking know how many episodes or how many movies of Lord of the Rings there are, with literally not a single black person in them. Y'all had no problem with gods of Egypt being entirely whitewashed, because we are so used to seeing ourselves everywhere. And we have always, there has never been the time in history where white people will go anywhere, and be like, "Wow, I can't see products for my hair, products for my skin." We are quite literally falsely painted as the standard human beings globally. Even in predominantly black societies, we get a shitload and a ton of privilege, even more than in our own countries and our own in predominantly white societies. We are being put on a pedestal to an extent that, for example, Nigeria. If as a white person, you go to Nigeria, you can be a fucking plumber in your home country. You can be a cleaner. But lo and behold, you go to Nigeria, you are automatically seen as educated. No offense to plumbers and cleaners, okay? But you are automatically being as someone that's educated, that cannot be corrupt, that cannot be stupid, that cannot be incapable of doing anything, because you're white. And if you have never experienced that, you shut the fuck up. You don't even put your lipless mouth into this conversation, because you have no idea what you're talking about. If you have never been white in a black-dominated country, you do not get to speak on that, because you have no idea what you're speaking about. That's that. Imagine being this privileged, being this represented all over the world at any given time in our history, that you feel or you think you have the audacity, not you think, that you have the audacity to go to a black woman and ask why she never colors white people. You're mad, okay? You're a mad person. You're not okay up here. Why don't you that asked this dumbass question, go and buy a coloring book and start coloring black people? If somebody was to ask you that, you would absolutely lose your sanity. Me? Why should I color black people? I'm not a black person. Oh, really? But you expect black people to color white people because of what? Because of what? Because we're not anywhere at any given corner already? If you want white people represented, I don't fucking know. Open the internet, go to the nearest drugstore, or walk down the fucking road of your goddamn village. Leave black women alone. What the fuck?